Hello and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos, a D&D podcast set in the world of Fierlor. We are blasting through the year at this point. It's already winter. Does anyone have any plugs at this stage? Or no, just the usual of if you want to help support the show, help us keep doing what we're doing. There is the Patreon and the Redbubble. Redbubble's nice because there's some cool merch on there. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into another episode of Wyverns and Weirdos. The dreaded Zorthram Tathara and defeated the extraplanar entity. And they spoke a bit with some of their allies who came to help them and were given, and between each other, and they were given confirmation that Zorthram Tathara was gone, and were told that the planes would eventually heal themselves to provide a less sentient Shadowfell for the planar structure in time. Before Braxton made note of the time, saying that lunch was on him. And so I believe now we find ourselves in a rather nice tavern in Durham, with everyone seated around a rather a decent-sized table, in whatever layout you would prefer, enjoying a bit of a buffet-style lunch.
Before we get to that, the first thing Ross did upon entering the tavern was barge in front of Braxton and go up to the barkeep and say, I want to order a round of drinks for everyone in this bar. Coffee, tea, juice, don't give a shit. I'm ordering a round for everyone in this bar.
All right.
Before they can finish, she goes like, was it like a hard morning here for like business, you know, with like all those clouds and the lightning and stuff?
A little. People have started coming back in now that it's cleared up, but
Yeah. Did you hear the big commotion, like when that all ended?
There wasn't so much a commotion when it ended. There was a little commotion when it started a few days ago. No one knew what it was, but
Oh. Yeah, no, where I was, there was a big commotion. Because you're looking at the people that ended it, and then she's going to wrist pocket 10 platinum onto the table and say, keep the change.
And he looks at you, he looks at the platinum. Of course. And yeah, you see him gesture for one of the waiters, and yeah, to get them to go around and see what everyone wants.
And she's just gonna give this guy a little nod, and then she's going to proceed to the table. That was her first protocol. Thank you. Okay. Good night.
All right. What do others wish to do?
Well, did anything pop outside of Zorthram? Because I think last time it might have been off cast. We decided, or we found out that everything he
Oh,
had
yes.
eaten gets ejected.
Yeah.
I just remembered this myself. So I haven't been like preparing this in my head
I'm glad
and not giving
someone
you
did,
notice. But yeah, I
because
just
being
remembered it
delighted.
because I was
Yeah.
like, do we get nothing for this except just some scary clouds and then like a poof? But then I remembered.
Knowledge that
Oh
we
yeah,
saved
no.
humanity.
Yes.
Um,
Newman's happy with that. Jake isn't.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, there were a number of bodies that kind of were darkened and desaturated and decayed. That, but
I
most.
don't think that's what any of us wanted at all. Thanks, Darby.
Is it at least like a big pile or is it?
That basically just means that Betty and Kai has popped open this pinata full of bodies. That's terrifying.
Jake, did we at least get a big pile of
Like-
bodies?
Like I'm very disappointed right now.
But
or at least want to be a little
For that,
impressed.
roll me an investigation check.
Sure. Newman looks with his eyes. He does okay. He gets a 21.
21. Okay. All right. For that, roll me 3 percentile.
3 percentile. Absolutely. Sorry, you'll have to remind me. That's D100, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I might have done this wrong, but who knows? So I rolled 3 D100s. Is that what I was meant to do?
Yes.
142.
You have to. So separately, please.
Okay, 47.
47. Okay. Yes.
65.
65. Yes.
And 30.
30. Okay. So, you find among them 3 objects that you note as magical in nature.
Cool.
So one of them is a ring with a little kind of mirrored surface on top of it.
Yes.
Another is a suit of chainmail.
Yep.
And the third was a rod.
Ruby in nature?
No.
Oh, okay. I just needed to confirm.
No. Let me just
Do that.
no. So
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Does he have black goop on him now? Because all those bodies were like black
no,
and goopy.
it's not goopy so much as it is dusty. Like dust or sand.
It's coarse. It just gets everywhere. I hate it. It's all in his armor.
The little sneezes.
Yeah.
So yeah, the rod is kind of green with it does have kind of ruby gems inlaid into it, but it has face on either end, kind of flanked by almost wing-like protrusions made out of metal.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah, Newman's gonna take all this stuff. Not keeping it a secret or anything. So, yeah. I'd probably follow Ross if there's no more fighting outside or anything like that. Then you'll go inside the tavern.
Yeah. So you would have noticed that when Zorthram Tathara was defeated in their final form, not all, but most of the bigger, like the creatures of shadow, ceased to be present. There were still a few other creatures that had been ripped into this plane, like a few demons, few devils, daemons. But most of those were easily, like, dispatched easily enough by the guards.
If any were close enough, Kai's would probably run in to give a hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I want to retcon going straight into the tavern if there's just like injured people. Neumann has 4 first level slots, so yeah, he'll use cure wounds and whatever. Not
Okay.
for too long though. He'll probably sort of
Yeah.
understands that he can't help out too much.
Yeah. All right.
And yeah, that's Neumann.
Okay. So yeah, unless there's anything else anyone wanted to jump back and cover pre-tavern, what are folks doing at the tavern?
I actually think while the others are sort of finishing off the last little dregs of battle, and as everyone's preparing to leave to go to the tavern, Anya, still sort of shaky and quiet, she's probably sort of stayed close to the group, and as Ross goes to leave, she reaches out and grabs her wrist gently, and she's like, can we talk for a moment?
100%. Ross will stay with Anya. If Anya takes her to like a more secluded spot, she'll go.
So, Anya probably doesn't take Ross very far. They're still within that same area where they fought Zorthram Tithara. But she kind of just finds a wall to slump against and sort of sits down in the dirt.
Ross also sits in the dirt. She's very fidgety, though. She's got a lot of adrenaline going on.
She, Anya sort of starts fiddling with her fingers, and she's like, I know you don't owe me any favors, but I'm going to ask for your patience a little bit here, if that's okay.
I think I owe you that at least.
I haven't been fair on you, and I'm sorry. It is difficult living in the shadow of another. It is worse when that person was well, I don't think I've ever really talked about Bryn with any of you. You knew she was a bard, you knew she was special to me, but it was difficult for me to hear that you felt that I thought she was, that I thought you were. Ross, Bryn was Bryn may have been a beautiful light in what was an otherwise difficult world for me. But that doesn't mean she wasn't flawed. And she wasn't I speak of her, and it's hard for me to understand that I have known her all of my life, all of my long, long life. And all of you only know her through me. And what do you really know? You know she was a bard. You know we fought together in the hardest of times. You know she was important to me. And you know what I am like. But that tells you nothing. She was beautiful and could be kind and understood people in a way that I never will. But she was also reckless and thoughtless sometimes. And where she was my reasoning around people, I was her reasoning around action. She wouldn't care when she would do things that were reckless because she liked the thrill and the fun. And I loved her for it. Still do. I don't really know you either. I know about as much as you know of Bryn. I know you are a bard. I know the things you want me to know about you. But I've never really stopped to ask either. I'm sorry for putting pressure on you that was not yours to take. And this isn't, I don't mean it as an excuse, but I have been holding fear for longer than I was aware of. And I think, honestly, Ross, I was just scared.
Thank you. I am also sorry. Because you say I know you, and I don't. I think we just kept missing each other, Anya. And I'm sorry that, and this also is an excuse that doesn't excuse what I did. I'm sorry that when you were trying your hardest to just be what you thought you needed to be, you hit me at the week when I'm trying to work out who I still even am. I can argue in my head all I like that, you know, I get a free pass on certain things because of what happened, but I don't. And I shouldn't have said what I said. Because even if I felt that way, it's not fair to put that on you. When all you've ever wanted is just for us to be a team. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ever made you think I wanted you dead. Nothing you could do could make me want that, Anya.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry it ever got to a point where it was even in the realm of possibility. Not saying that it was, but the fact that I could even think it. I mean, it shows I knew that I was hurting you. You know? People don't react those ways if they're not hurting. And I shouldn't try to push deeper as a way of protecting myself. That's not fair when you're trying in your own way too.
Well, it's still not fair what I said. Especially when I knew you were already mad at me. And incurably, Anya, sometimes I just want people to react. It's why I hit Caius, it's why I said that stupid thing to you. Because if everyone else has a big reaction, then I feel less alone. That's not good. So I'm sorry for pushing on your bruises too.
I think we both have a lot of wounds that haven't healed over yet. And pushing each other, even if it was in ways we thought would help, not the wisest. But Ross, and I mean this in the best possible way, I am so proud of you for how you did in that fight. Not as a mentee, because obviously that was not. But as an equal and a friend, I've watched you fight. Well, I heard you fight in a way that was the most assured I'd ever heard you. You knew what you had to do. You knew when things were hard and when things were scary, and you knew who needed you the most. And that speaks volumes to who you are. I think you exceeded your own expectations more than mine. And I hope you continue to again.
Anya can probably hear this but not see this, but Ross has gotten very teary. And she reaches out and really gently kind of grabs one of Anya's hands in both of hers. And I think she can do this, yeah. she just really gently, with Anya's hand, just uses, I believe it's prestidigitation, to just gently warm Anya's hands. And she's just like, I have never seen someone so skilled as you. And I am sorry that all our training was you pretending to be someone else, because I think learning from you would be one of the greatest accolades I could get.
She laughs a little bit and she's like, you don't need to learn from me, Ross. I would be honored, but if anything, and she takes a deep sort of nervous breath, and with the hand that she that is in Ross's hands, she's going to cast just a very light gust with her cantrip. So Ross, you'll feel like a magical sort of breeze brush around you and then circle around your hands. I'm really scared. For once, not in a way that I feel controls me, but I think being in that pact, a part of me has changed. I am not a spellcaster. I don't know how magic works, but when he fell, I felt one presence leave me and another. Have you ever done like a workout or a dance or something, and you could feel a muscle working that has always been there, but you'd never felt it before?
Every time?
I'm scared that this new muscle might hurt me. And if you can trust me not to be if you can be patient with me, because I know I can be difficult, I would really appreciate your help.
I would be beyond honored to help you, Anya. As your friend. I've said it before, magic it can be scary and unpredictable, and it can be uncomfortable. But if we can turn this discomfort into something that helps you grow, I will be there with you every step of the way.
Anya, she kind of lifts up the stolen Sylvia's belt. And she sort of wipes at her eyes. And she's like, I'm really looking forward to getting to know you, Ross. Now that we have time and don't have impending doom.
I look forward to getting to know you, Anya. And she shifts her hands that are holding Anya's so that they're holding hands as if they're shaking them. And she just goes, hello, it is nice to meet you. My name is Ross, but my friends call me Rovari.
Anya, she shakes Ravari's hand. She's like, it is nice to meet you, Ravari. My name is Anya. Breakfast? Lunch? It's
Drinks.
drinks.
Oh, God.
And snap cut back to Ross slamming those coins on the table.
10 platinum, baby. Let's go. Ross does hug Anya. Just sidebar. Let's continue.
And in a well, let's just say because it works with the image I had in my head, very Edgar Wright cut of like cut to the hug, cut to the coins slammed on the table, cut to everyone, cut to a mug of some drink being placed down by someone as you're all at the table.
Shots.
Yeah, I feel like for proper Edgar Wright vibes, there needs to be a couple of shots of the different mugs being placed down at different points. But yeah.
Who's next? Anya and Ross just had a huge ass scene.
Yeah. When we go back to the table, Ross is definitely I know Anya doesn't need it, but Ross does offer to guide her by the elbow if she wants her to.
Because she does appreciate the help. She doesn't like asking for help, but it gives her, when she is guided, and anyone who's guided her while she has been fully blind will know this, but when she is guided as opposed to navigating by herself based off her sound, she's a lot more relaxed and like doesn't have to be in focus, so she just is more comfortable and more in her skin.
Yeah. Well, Ross is gonna guide Anya by the elbow after she slams that 10 platinum down, baby. Drop Anya next to whoever Anya would like to be sat next to, and then even if it is still Ross, I'm just leaving Anya open for other conversations, and then Ross is going to sit next to Neumann, and whoever's on her other side, whether it be Anya or someone else, is on her other side, but she's just next to Neumann now.
Anya will sit wherever
just
she's
like leaning into his side.
She doesn't mind.
Well, I mean, if you want, as you sit next down to Neumann, you notice that he isn't wearing his armor. And then once you sit down, the armor sits on the other side of you, and he's got a mug of alcohol as well. It's not going to drink it. It's just a backup for Neumann because he's almost finished.
Yeah.
And he'll go, thank you. And then the armor slides it over, like very, very gracefully over to Neumann's open palm. And then he grabs it and he goes, so the guy at the bar said that it was free drinks for everyone, not just us. That is so. That's all you.
Yeah.
Wow.
The city deserves it.
Yeah, I guess so. Geez, what a way to celebrate.
Yeah, I mean, if there were buskers in the streets, all of them would be getting a platinum right now. I'm jazzed, man. I'm pumped.
To be honest, I'm surprised you're not like And he points to what I'm assuming there would be one, like an empty entertainment area. I thought you'd be up there sort of busking and raising the spirits of everyone. That's usually how you do things, actually.
I'd rather spend right now with you all.
Yeah, that's...
But also, to be fair, enough of these drinks, I'm going to be on this table, so... You know, it just depends how many drinks it takes for anyone else to join me at this point.
With enough drinks, anything is a stage, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I have very few, like examples of you going absolute rage town, Neumann, but, like, if you're anything like me, you are really gonna love living at my house, because sometimes like every Saturday, Darby, are there Saturdays?
There is an equivalent. I think it's actually called Saturday.
Every Saturday we go down to like the local at like 4 p.m. and we just sing and perform and drink until like, and I mean everyone else gets up to other things, but I just mostly sing and dance and drink until like 4 p.m. the next day. That's you'll get to meet like Brad the dragon. There's a dragon guy who turns into a human and then he hangs out. Like, you'll love him. And there's like, you'll get to meet everyone. It'll be really cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, look, I don't really go crazy all that much. Usually when I get drunk and I'm more jazzed, I'm just really good at getting people to do a single specific dance. So that's about it. So,
well, that's all you need, baby. That's
I mean, it's one that most people know, so it's really easy. And even if you don't know it, it's pretty easy to pick up. So, the conga.
Is it? And she's a conga.
Yes. So
heck yeah, man.
Look, how about this? I don't think everyone's ready yet, because he like looks around and he sees people like talking orderly with each other, like really happy and jazzed, but not like
it's like 11 a.m.
Yeah, they're not that to that level yet. But yeah, if you want to see a really good conga line, you want to get to the point where people can barely walk anymore, and that's when you get a good conga line. And the best part is, if everyone's in a conga line and one falls down, everyone falls down. It's hilarious. It's like dominoes.
Oh my god, domino effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyways, look out for that later tonight. I am very much planning on doing it.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my god. Can we do a conga across the tables?
Darby, what shape are the tables?
I mean, they're kind of rectangular-ish.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can jump.
I mean, look, hang on. Actually, let me just, the owners of this establishment, they know Birdie, and so it should be a little bit more friendly with us. Hopefully, we did save the town as well. We took down the big bat. And how much money did you give them?
10 platinum. Does Birdie know every bartender? Yeah, does Birdie know every bartender in Durham?
I'm sorry, this is Jake speaking now. Is this the same tavern as we've been going to this whole time?
No.
It's not, but he probably does know every bar. Tavern in Durham.
Like Durham is a very, I think we established that Bertie has done a lot of work in Durham because it is this massive hub. So.
Well, look, I think the fun way to do it is to do it anyways, and then suffer the consequences later.
Yeah,
so,
ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
I mean, that's not how I normally work. That's generally the opposite of how I work, but I enjoy that. If there's some dancing involved.
All right. And we'll see how long we can stretch this party out. And then we'll cap it off with the biggest conga line you've ever seen.
I'm fanging for it, mate. This is fantastic.
I think when Neumann mentioned the word conga, Rook just like drained her glass in remembering. Then probably makes an aside to Anya and is like, "Oh boy, yeah, I remember his conga skills. That was pretty noisy, but I don't know. I reckon I might be up for a little bit of dancing. We had quite the victory anyway."
I don't remember much from that night. Did I make you a flower?
Yeah, you did. I think I carved one for you later because of that. We were all pretty wasted.
Yes. Hafrin was in the conga.
Yeah, I think he
Oh
was.
no. Maybe. I can be persuaded to dancing. Less wine than that night, though.
That's probably a good idea. But
You fought well, by the way.
thank you. It was good to get out there and hold him back. And these bracers that you gave me, I don't know what happened, but damn, they're powerful.
I think they just found the hands they needed.
Well, they do suit me quite well. Was made me look like quite the stereotypical fire genasi there. But it was I'm just happy that I could protect you all and take down the enemy. Although, in the end, I mean, damn, Bertie and Caius, they were quite strong. I think we all did excellently as a team. And I'm happy that we could get to this stage.
I don't think we could have got there without you. I mean what I said, you were the missing piece we needed to be able to finish this.
Reflex looks rather like bashful and like somewhat doubtful, I guess. And then she just will be like, "Oh, thank you. We all did it together. And hey, we won. Hey everyone." She raises her glass. "Here's to our victory." Fantastic job.
And those
Hey.
who came with raised their glasses as well.
Yeah. And to the newcomers as well. It's good to see you again, Tanip. Good for you all to pop in. Thank you for your help and for this fine meal, Braxton.
Of course. I can't do business without a world, can I?
No.
Ross leans over to. Oh, sorry.
If I can, and Anya, she starts speaking quietly, and then she kind of stands up a bit and she clears her throat and she's like, I actually want to give one last toast as well. He's going to hate this. To Bertie. She holds up her glass. She's like, you harbored the worst of it for a long time and you saw it through to the end. And that makes you the strongest of any of us. To Bertolt.
Bertolt.
To Bertie.
I will also note the entire time people have been kind of starting to get merry. Bertie has been pretty cheerful that they've hurried to the tavern, and then he's kind of gotten very quiet. And he's just kind of been like sitting at the table, just like staring at his drink for a bit, which then he's just like periodically just been taking huge swigs of. And he kind of like gets quite big, like big eyes when Anya calls him out. He's like, "Oh yeah, thank you." Well, I mean, it was for everyone. The world's safe now, so that's good. And yeah, well, I'll be honest, this is, 3 months ago, I didn't even know what it was that was giving me my magic, but it's been part of me for so long that I never really thought this day would come. I know it sounds kind of bad given what my patron turned out being, but for a long time I didn't want this kind of day to come. Magic has been the one thing that lifted me above how I was when I was a poor loser kid, so, and now all the desire is gone, so, yay! And then Betty will like hold his glass up again, and then kind of like with very visible nervousness try to cast Mage Hand with his other hand, which I presume he can do.
Yeah.
I'll just roll for Unstable Arcanum. It's 12, so it's fine. So that like the mage hand kind of like
A note: you don't need to roll for Mage Hand. It is a cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip. That's right.
Yes.
Cool. All right. I thought it was cantrips as well. Awesome.
No, I believe it's specifically Warlock slots and Arcane, whatever it's called. Your 6th and 7th levels.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Cool. So, all right. So that little hand coalesces and kind of fizzles out. He's like, cool, I can work with this. Just gotta keep on learning now. Yay, excellent. We should all celebrate, boy. Thanks for all the drinks, guys. We should all just like, yeah, this definitely, this is the best way to celebrate, am I right? Cool. And then he'll just like quickly just down his entire glass and stare at it after that little outburst.
Yeah, Bertie! Woo! Neumann screams out.
Rook kind of like puts down a glass and like kind of like gives him a look and is like, well, I don't know, Bertie. I reckon those sword skills of you were something to be proud of. You don't need no magic from that old thing.
Oh, well, I don't know. Well, that was all Kai's training. Trained me for like 4 days, so you know, I just learned from the best, am I right? You like nudges him if he's close by. I don't know.
Caius is standing right next to you.
He very obviously elbows him in the side then.
Oh, well, I mean, it took me a very long time to learn, so 4 days is actually pretty good. You did very well.
Thank you! So yeah, it's really, it's Caius' excellent swordsmanship teaching. And yeah, don't have to, well, Sultan Telthar's gone now, so I guess, well, I don't know what comes next. But thank you, Rook, I appreciate it. Well, I mean, Caius was, your arm wrestling buddy, so, I guess you'd appreciate some of the moves that I was trying to emulate.
Oh no, that's right. I gotta compliment you too, guys. Your moves are as good as always. But yeah, you're the one who wielded the blade, Bertie, so...
Well, it was both of us, really. It was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, damn, I wasn't expecting you folks to come flying down from above.
No.
Well, I mean, Neumann stepped back, so someone needed to take his place. And technically, my role was protecting Bertie, not that he needed it, but Bertie and I sort of were together, and we were filling a role that needed to be filled. So, yes.
Yeah. We did the flying thing once before, but not for the same reasons, so...
Oh yes, we did. Bertie threw me into a lake.
Yeah.
Anya pours herself another wine and downs that entire glass of wine.
It was it was kind of fun, actually. You did get hurt, dinged up quite a bit, but so it didn't happen as much this time, weirdly enough.
No, it was great. The first time I got a bit of a crick in the neck, but this time I sort of tucked my shoulders in and it was fine.
Yeah, that's it. Just takes more, there we go. Second time lucky, it just takes more and more practice. A good thing we don't have to kill more eldritch gods.
Well, that's very true.
Rick kind of just nods at the lake story, I'm not getting into this. Okay, I will accept this. Just well, you make a good team.
Anya leans across to Rook and she's like, I do not understand menfolk. I do not understand. Is it bonding? Is it bonding? I don't understand. Oh.
Rook just gives a chuckle at that. He's like, yeah, it's probably the kind of silly thing that some of the younger mercenaries would have done. But with these two, I don't know.
Anya, you notice Grace stifle a laugh, under her breath, as if she caught wind of what you said.
Oh, of course she did.
Also, at this point, Cigar and Ufina stand up and they say, well, we would, as much as we would love to stay, we have convocation business to attend to. Some of it completely unrelated, some of it relevant to what has transpired here today. We will be reaching out within the next, hopefully today, depending on who we can get a hold of, maybe tomorrow, to organize proper thanks.
I like to hear it.
And
Cards or thank you cards? Because we can make those now. We can have an art session. Oh, money. Oh.
we will see what is feasible.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You don't have to go on any more crazy adventures in the near future, or is there another saga to this, or is this matter closed? Because I would very much like it to be closed.
It appears to be closed.
Excellent. I'm just glad it's over. And he rests his head in his hand, sort of rubbing his eyebrows a little bit.
All right, and yeah, the gnome and the dragonborn depart.
As they are leaving, Anya calls out, and she's like, Athena.
Yes, Anya.
Remember what I said.
Of course.
Thank you for your help.
No, thank you, Anya. And with that, they are out the door.
While they're leaving and everyone is sort of going back to the table, I don't know if we all got up for hugs or whatever. I don't know how close the party is with these people.
It's all pretty
totally
changed, but okay.
Newman definitely did, surely.
Yes.
The cigar,
Sure,
his
yeah.
old best
Oh,
friend.
yes.
He got a
Secret
group hug.
handshake.
He got a group hug from Neumann in his armor because he's still not in the armor.
Of course.
I mean, to be fair, Kais has met these people maybe 3 times total. So he doesn't know how well. He's like, is this a formal greeting?
Well,
what do we know?
Yeah,
yeah.
these are not even when you were studying magic at the academy, these are not members of the convocation who would have gotten involved with your training. It would have been more likely Carvenom and I believe Carvenom and Tyshawn, probably.
Cool.
Hmm.
Well, once we go back, Caius is just going to sort of nudge Bertie, and he's not like actively like whispering or anything, but he's aware that there is a lot of noise in the tavern, so he's just talking to Bertie. So, how are you feeling? I don't know much about gods or how they work, but I know that particular god thing that we just killed was a big part of you for a while. Now that that's gone, you better? I don't know what I'm saying. Are you okay?
So Bertie, like, I imagine when Kai's is leaned down to kind of just like get his attention, like one of his ears would have flicked up to like angle towards where Kai's is talking, but then he kind of turns fully to Kai's. He looks kind of like a little bit bewildered momentarily that Kai's is asking him how he is, but then he kind of like seems to swallow that down. He's like, "Oh, yeah, no, I don't really know how to describe it, to be honest. I felt excited after the fight, but it's going to take a lot of getting used to. I lost my cleric god powers less than a week ago, and this is kind of something I've had for even longer. I know it was bad, but it may be different from other people in a good way, so it feels weird is all I can say, I guess, but I'm glad it's gone. I'm just gonna have to figure out what I can do now, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel great, but I also feel happy in a way. It's very weird to explain. I don't know if that makes sense at all. Sorry. I appreciate you asking. How? Sorry. No, you go on. Were you gonna say something else?
Oh, I just wanted to make sure that you were okay, because I know that we've all been going through a lot, and this was.
You certainly have.
This has been a bit that's been affecting you for a while, and I know that I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but I'm pretty good at picking up social cues, and I've noticed that you're a little bit, you were very worried with everything that was happening. So I just wanted to just make sure that you're all right.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Did you want a water or a juice or something?
Oh, no, thank you, I'm fine. And I hold up a cup which is just full of milk.
Milk? Okay. For strong bones. Fair. Probably good if you've been thrown into lakes and stuff like that recently. Oh, good. Well, actually, it'll kind of like, because imagine they've kind of stepped aside to one point, he'll like, he'll touch like the wrist of Kaiser's hand that isn't holding the big glass of milk, and like, kind of like tap it, like just a gesture for him to step aside a bit more as well.
He will.
Like, thank you. Well, we're done now, I guess. First off, how are your sisters doing? Is the rest of your family safe, did they say? I kind of barged in just then, so with the sword stuff, I thought that was important, but yeah, are they okay?
Well, yes, no, they're fine, thankfully.
Let it got there in time?
It seemed to, yes. They, well, I mean, Grace and Sybil were here to help with the fight, but everyone else was safely transported to Halloran, so which is where they'll be probably overnight, and then they'll come back tomorrow morning.
Oh, cool. Well, that'll be good then, so awesome. So we'll be kind of back to normal the next morning, I guess, in that way. That's really good. I'm glad they're safe.
Well, yes, hopefully, as long as there wasn't any, like, giant god thing that happened in Halloran as well, because that would have been, not great.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not. That would be really sucky. Good. I'm glad they're okay. I saw, yeah, these sisters look nice. They seem pretty happy to see you.
Well, yes, no, they did, which was very nice.
Yeah. No, that's good. And as Rook said, you did a good job back there. Thank you. I really mean it.
No, you did an amazing job as well. Like I couldn't have done any of what I did without you.
We make a pretty good team. I've been hoping we might, so I'm glad. It's kind of weird it happened then, but I'm glad that it did.
Well, what better time for us to be a good team?
It's
when we're
true.
fighting a god slug.
True, absolutely. Yes, you killed a god, Caius. How are you feeling?
Oh, well, good, I think. I think, yes, no, I think I'm all right. I'm very tired, very tired. I would like to sleep for a very long time.
It's been a long day.
Yes, but other than that, I mean, I'm doing well. I did everything that I needed to do, and everyone else is fine. We're all here.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can have a little party, it'll be good, and then you can have an early sleep and stuff like that. And I guess that kind of leads me to this question. You said a few days ago you can't let yourself think of after until it's happened. Well, this part of after's happened, I guess. And even I never really let myself think it would, but it has. Do you know what you want to do now?
Well, I think I do. I'd like to stay, well, not in Durham, but close to it. And to sort of, well, I mean, I want to live properly, I think. I
think
want
that'll
to,
be good for you.
I want to have a garden, and I want to, be able to do things that I want to do.
Yeah.
Yes. No, that would be nice.
You can do all that. That's funnily enough some of the stuff I want to do. So that's good. I think it'll be good. I think, and well, I'm not saying the same thing, but well, I hope this doesn't sound weird, but I've been thinking now that I don't have to travel for someone else or fight things for the convocation or whatever, and now that the world won't end, and now that I have money I can spend just for me, hopefully more of the convocation pay us, because that would be nice. I got plans. I mentioned I want to build a house, and I want to build my house just out of Durham and have a big garden and stuff like that. And, you don't, well, if you need somewhere else to go just for a bit, you could always stay there once it's made. I'm probably going to have to stay in my cot for a while, but I think that's the first thing I want to do is I want to get my house built, like a big house. I think that'll be great. Huge garden. It'll be great. And if you want to stay over, I promise I won't annoy you unless you want me to. So if you just need to be alone somewhere else, that could be a place for you. And if you need someone to ask or listen, I wouldn't be far away. I'd always be there for you. Not that it has to be the same place, but funnily enough, same plans. So yeah, living life would be nice. I think that's a good plan for after.
That sounds like a very good plan.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we'll have to compare notes or something.
Absolutely.
That's nice. You're not planning on staying with your family?
Well, no, probably not. I think that place is it's a little bit too constricting. It's a bit too small. So not as much room to sort of stretch out, and so I think a place to myself might be what I need.
You want a bigger house than that house?
Well, maybe not a bigger house, but a bigger area. Just somewhere where I can really sort of stretch my wings, if you will.
Well, it's true. Actually, yeah. Well, if we are going to be around Durham at the same time, we could go flying. If that's what you want. If you want to, I mean, you don't have to spend time with me. You don't have the obligation anymore. But that would be fun. For me, I don't know if it would be for you. We could do that though.
Well, Bertie, the good thing about killing a god slug is that I don't have anything but time anymore. So I would love to spend some of it with you.
I'd love to spend some of it with you. That makes me very happy to hear. Excellent. Can I buy you another milk?
That would be wonderful.
We go back to the throng of the party.
Yeah. Any other key discussions during this kind of early afternoon period?
I guess not. I just want to do conga line.
Okay, well, pre-conga line, Ross does want to talk to Bertie. So if anyone else has anything they want to do, they can jump in, but if not, so Ross is gonna be sitting in her seat, and she's very again, she's got a lot of adrenaline. It's that very post-show high where she's just fidgeting, and her tail's really excited cat kind of looping around. And she's just tapping the table, and she sees Bertie come back, and she just kind of scoots around Neumann and gives him a bit of a double pat on the shoulder, and then just kind of scoots in next to Bertie once he's arrived back with Caius and his second glass of milk. And I'll just be tap Bertie on the shoulder and just be like, hey.
Oh, hey! Good job in the fight there.
Yeah, no, you too. Just wanted to say I'm proud of you and congratulations.
Oh, well, thank you. Could be so Caius. Bertie is already kind of a little bit blue at the cheeks, but he blushes again, further, I suppose, at that point. He's oh, thanks. Well, I survived. We all survived, so that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it should be good.
Can I? And she holds her arms out for a hug.
Oh, okay. Bertie will hop up and then kind of awkwardly try to hug her. I was also saying if he'd got Caius milk, he would have flavored it, so gotten it flavored or something like that. So more sugar for this man. But yeah, so
This
he
is
will.
bouncing.
Oh no! He just probably got part of 30's elixir or something, a little strawberry Kool-Aid flavor. So yeah, he will awkwardly get up and hug Ross.
Ross she hugs under the arms and hugs him so hard she does kind of pick him up a little bit.
Cool. But he looks very flustered, but he likes being hugged. He's just awkward about it. Oh boy, I keep forgetting everyone's so much taller than me.
I'm sorry,
Oh, it's fine. I like hugs. They're nice.
Oh, good. Well, I hope more people give you hugs.
We'll see. Cool. Well, actually, well, yeah, no, this is fun. Fun party times. This will be good. I think this will be nice. Actually, and he kind of wriggle out of her arms, and then kind of sling his arm, or he can't sling his arm on his shoulder, but pat him on the shoulder and be like, actually, I'm meaning to ask everyone what their plans are, but I was wondering if you could go back to Sam now?
Her face just drops. What?
Did I say the wrong thing? Oh, is it a long Sorry, no. Well, because you can stay in dorm, obviously. Like, it'd be great. But like, I was just assuming your friends back in Buffs Shard, and were you gonna go and hang out with Sam? I didn't see him leave, but yeah, were you going out to see Sam again?
I can't.
Oh, sorry. And he kind of steps a bit further away from the table and was like, sorry, I never asked proper, were you two together, or did you break up, or did you only realize later just what he meant to you, or did you just never say at the time because you figured his life was bad and messy enough, and telling him how you feel would just make it even more complicated, even though you desperately just want to never ever stop talking about it? I mean, hypothetically speaking, I'm sorry, I thought, did you guys break up? Sorry, I'm sorry to hear that. Wow, that must be tough.
She pulls Bertie even further away from the group.
Oh,
And she's like, Sam and I never dated.
oh, did you just? So it's like, yeah. So you just didn't want to tell him then?
I don't think I have feelings for Sam.
But I thought you were in love with him. Because you said I could probably understand why you. Oh.
Are you?
Very dark blue, as he suddenly seems very interested at the floor.
No, we were just friends. Are you in?
Oh, I'm not interested in Sam. He was very attractive for the glimpse I saw, but mine's not on that. Okay.
Bertie, you know what I'm asking you.
No, I don't, I'm afraid, actually. I'm very hard of hearing today. Sorry, I must have gotten the wrong idea. Man, that's awkward. The way you were talking about Sam, it was like, you trusted him complicitly, and he was your only friend, and he meant a lot to you.
And you're saying you can understand how that might be? Ross has also started blushing.
Well, this.
We can talk about this if you want. That's.
Is that what you want?
I don't know. Is that what you want?
It's at this point that a small air elemental with a small chest appears between the two of you and opens it, presenting it to you, Bertie, with a letter and a small, actually no, just a letter inside, sealed with golden wax.
Huh. Okay. Bertie will open the box and accept the letter, I suppose.
Okay. Yeah, so looking at the letter, you see the seal, and roll me a history check.
Okay. Hang on. What's his history? 6, okay. 10.
10.
It's a 10.
Yeah, this is an easy check. Like, this is the insignia of the Council of the Many.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
The Council of the Many. All right. Interesting.
Yes.
Cool. Is it addressed to him?
Well, it was
delivered it to him.
presented to you.
All right. Treblik, just one moment. Let's forget about this conversation very briefly. And
No.
but important letter. It could be life-threatening. He pops it open.
Okay, and it's not particularly long, but it states, to the heroes of Dorum, Anya, Bertie, Caius, Neumann, Rook, Ross, and Braxton. In my duties as Lord of Silver for the Council of the Many, I humbly request that you find yourselves at my offices in the Civic District at your earliest convenience to discuss celebrations and rewards for your heroic deeds. I have discussed the matter with my fellow Lords of Many, as well as representatives from the Arcane Convocation, as well as several other key groups. Yours faithfully, Lord Zalna Horva, Lord of Silver.
Ooh. Oh, okay. This was the message for everyone. Okay. And he'll show Ross the letter immediately.
Oh. Okay, that's cool.
I guess I'll have to show the whole group that then. Yeah.
I can wait a minute, actually.
Surely not very long.
No,
It's at earliest convenience, so.
this is not convenient. So.
Okay, 5 minutes, right. I'll humor you. Okay.
All right. Truth for a truth, Birdie. I won't lie
Okay.
if you won't lie.
But it has to be on the stairs.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't want to. All right, come on, go.
They go on this.
He sits with his little knees on his chest. Okay, right. Hit me. Or should you want me to go first?
Okay. Ross sits down on the ground to cross-legged, her tail's still going. She does, for a brief moment, she's kind of like, oh, we gotta stop meeting like this. So you are the second person to tell me you think I'm in love with Sam.
The second person? Who's the first?
Neumann?
Oh, that checks.
Yeah. And I
just need to say real quick, it was not my idea for those little bracelets to be wedding rings. The second that I mentioned was like, oh, hey, Neumann, hush, hush. I think they like each other. We were like, oh, let's make them a little gift. He's like, wedding rings. That was not my plan. I need to tell Anya that was not my plan.
Yeah.
They did
that
hold
doesn't
hands,
seem your
though,
vibe.
with Anya, so I'm just wondering what's going on there. Anyway, yeah.
Honestly,
okay.
maybe, I should be glad he didn't get to talk to Sam more then, maybe. Oh, God.
He probably would have probably making engagement rings for the two of you right now, if that's
Oh,
anything
God.
good.
Oh, no. Oh, gods.
So Neumann thought so too. Interesting.
Yes, and I had never really considered it until now this second situation. And
No, you can't stop considering it?
no, I can't. And I can't stop thinking about how when you say it, I logically know it's wrong, but it doesn't feel wrong.
It's hard to think sometimes because you have certain impressions of people, and then you kind of from what you said, it sounds like Sam was a really true close friend to you and really good one for a long time. That's important. That's really good. So I guess if you're that comfortable with someone, after a while, you just don't think about it. But it's interesting. You said you can't see him though. You said he was doing the same kind of undercover work as you, but worse. Does that just mean he can't see you at all?
There's a reason we haven't spoken in 4 years. It's because he
Not
was
you
so
breaking up.
deep undercover. No, we graduated and he went traveling and he found out his whole family was dead, except for his...
Oh, okay. That seems to happen a lot with people here.
Yeah, except for, that's a later topic. Which of his family members is alive?
Okay.
But no, he's been with the wizards for 4 years. mind altering people's memories so they don't realize he's not killing people, and gathering intel. And the only person he's spoken to outside of the wizards, as far as I know, is Drakkar, who now has to pretend to be dead. And
Okay.
yeah, so
That's pretty rough.
yeah, I now know he is alive and hasn't forgotten about me like I had convinced myself he had, and has in fact been carrying around a drawing of me from a stupid play about some stupid vampire that I did in first year. And he's
Oh, girl.
yeah, and he's been carrying around this drawing, and he said that I am what reminds him that this is what he does this for, and I'm like,
Bear just like covers his eyes with his hands, like fingers splayed.
I know, and all I can think is like, dude, you don't, you haven't seen me. You don't know me. He hasn't seen me with this haircut. I don't know, like, I don't know how I can feel like this about him when I also still kind of feel like I don't owe him friendship anymore. Like,
It's hard. I think that really sucks too. You can't talk to him. That makes it worse. Yeah, okay, that sounds really complicated, because then that's obviously you kind of thinking, clearly he is in love with me, but like, do I feel the same way? Because like, why would he be caring that? I mean, I suppose like, they're very strong friends, and I've known many people who just do not feel either way for anyone at all, but they have very strong friendships and like, stuff like that. That's really good and important, but like, I don't know. That's interesting. But that doesn't make it easier on you, especially if you don't know what your feelings are. That's, man, I really put my foot in it.
Speaking of that,
I made some assumptions, so I'm sorry about that. I hope you can talk to him at some point, maybe.
Speaking of assuming things, Birdie.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Well, I mean, when you were talking last time we were, talking under the stairs, you said the thing you did because you didn't know, you knew that it would hurt me, but you didn't know how much I cared at the time. That's true, I guess, because I didn't either. Well, but you then kind of went, oh, you understand why I trust Sam implicitly. Like, this is this friend that I've had for a long time, which is really not the same for me. This deep friend that I've shared so many things with, that's talked to me all the time. And like, you understand why I trust him, don't you? I was like, yeah, sure, obviously. And then clearly that was the wrong idea. I thought, well,
clearly, maybe not.
Maybe not. I'm like, well, nearly everyone knows Anya and Neumann know I feel positive emotions towards Geist, and, well, as everyone knows, I've done some really stupid stuff to help him. I've done that in the past a lot with people like to think about kissing and stuff, but that's not, well, I don't even know if he feels the same way, but most importantly, I don't want to make his life more complicated right now. Because right now he needs a friend more than he needs someone who feels the way I do, and I can try to be a friend because I want to be one for him just as badly, and who knows, maybe one day, but Well, that's my thing. There we go. I didn't really think about that. I mean, obviously he's very attractive, so that's that. But well, over time, I know more clearly how I feel about him. So that's all I can say on that matter.
She looks over at Caius too. And back at Birdie.
Caius has a milk mustache and he's telling a joke to his sword.
Jesus Christ.
Betty looks incredibly fond when Ross looks back at him.
Ross just goes, I am so sorry.
As a note, Caius, your sword sends back a feeling of mirth.
It was a good joke.
Jesus Christ.
Gosh.
It sucks that you feel like you kind of have to compartmentalize that.
Yeah.
For his benefit.
Well, there's not much to be done about it at the moment.
But I don't know. Do you also, when they actually do something that shows you they care about you, do you get that feeling in your chest where it's like an explosion and it's like you didn't know you were cold and then suddenly you're just warm? Do you get that?
Yeah. Not that frequently, but yeah, that's just generally the kind of permanent state. So that's yeah, that's what it feels like.
Look at us, hey.
Yeah, cool. That's great. You don't even know how you feel for a dude you cannot even contact at the moment, and I know how I feel. Well,
but I don't want to pry about what you two do when you're alone together. But, don't make that face at me. You know what I mean?
Sorry. That's a lot to hear. I've already only had one drink. Sorry.
But,
no.
No. But
I know what you mean.
Does he... All this aside, does he even treat you like a proper friend?
Well, I don't think Caius knows what a proper friend's like, because I don't think he's had one for a very long time, if at all, and I think that's why he needs friends. Because his family are very nice. The stuff in his past, I'm sure it was really great, but I don't know. I've grown up feeling very lonely in my life, and I can see other people who are too. And I think we all are to some extent. But yeah, I don't know. Kai's is really great sometimes. I want to become better friends with him, and he can be really nice. It's just sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I don't think he respects me all the time, or sometimes I kind of feel like he treats my existence like an afterthought, which I don't think is his fault. But it sucks sometimes, that's all. But who knows, maybe we'll become better friends. That's what I'd like. Who knows about the rest? The rest would be really, 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 really nice. But that's baby steps. And it's not really, I just want to be there for him, that's all. Because I don't think he's had people who've been like that for him ever, really. I think there's some people that he thinks they are. And I'm being a bit judgmental, but like, yeah.
Well,
We'll see.
don't feel like that's all on you.
Yeah.
Just because you feel the way you do, that's not.
Oh, no, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, like I think he could be a very good friend.
Yeah.
And I hope I mean, I want the best for you, Birdie.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I do too. Hopefully you can talk to Sam soon. At least I guess at the moment you got time to think about it.
Oh, I think time to think about it's worse.
Maybe
But
you could then instead of that, think about the ways you can I don't know, beat him up or something.
I mean,
once that's done, he's lying on the floor, then you can be like, okay, now I can process this. You know?
I mean, that's fair, but also I was just gonna say, like, I will buy you that drink, but look, I care deeply about Kai's. I want to be a better friend of his as well.
Good.
But Birdie, and she grabs one of his hands and leans in really close, and she says, if he keeps treating you like that, tell me and I will kick his ass. I don't care. I don't care. I care about you so much. And I will kick his ass if he hurts you.
It'll be fine. He probably won't get mind controlled and attack me next time, so it'll be okay. But thank you. I appreciate that. I have a lot of things I need to process too. We'll see. It's not all doom and gloom. Again, yeah, we'll see. I'll tell you. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll get you that drink. I'll get
that drink would be great. We gotta show them the letter now. Cool.
Yeah. Oh god, the letter. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Do you
important
want to
things,
tell them you're better at speeches than I am?
No. You're
Okay. Cool.
unless you want me to, and then I'll.
Okay. I will do it the faster way. Betty will step up and kind of scrub at his eyes and kind of "Ugh," and then step back onto the table and be like, hey, I got a letter for the whole group. I was just gonna say everyone can read it in their own leisure, but I just remembered you can't see right now. Cool. Ross, can you read that
Anya
for
throws
me,
a
please?
peace sign.
Ross, can you read that for me?
She is on her way to drunk.
Yeah. Ross reads out the letter to the group.
Yeah.
And
Word
then
for word,
goes to
please.
buy a drink.
So they want us there now then?
I mean,
I don't know. I'm sort of booked out for the rest of the night. I've got plans, you see. So got a lot of tables to move, got a lot of people to get hyped up and that sort of stuff. Surely could wait till tomorrow.
Braxton interjects. I mean, if they're talking about celebrations on top of rewards, this may help to broaden your plans, shall we say, Neumann?
Ooh, you do make a good point, Braxton. This is why I like you. You're a thinker. You really are.
I
Anya,
try.
Do you reckon?
Anya leans across to Neumann and she whispers at him, but she's currently intoxicated enough from downing so many fucking goblets of wine, just trying to escape the conversations around her and the directions they've been going in. And she leans across to Neumann and she's like, you should start a conga line to get to this many man.
This is actually exactly what I was thinking. Actually, not a conga line straight away. That's actually quite clever. But no, I was hoping to bring the party with us, so to speak. So, and I'm not talking about the immediate party. And then he gestures to everyone else in the room, aka the party. But yeah, all right. So how do we get there then? Apart from via conga line.
I don't know. I am blind in many ways.
Bertie and Caius would have an idea of where the civic district is at the very least. Can I get the two of you to roll me just an intelligence check to see if you know what to look out for building wise? Unless you have like a skill that you would argue works
What did
just
you
as
roll,
well.
Mitch?
But
It's fine. I rolled a 19.
That's incredible.
So,
Because I rolled a 1.
so Caius has a 17.
so Bertie, you've typically in your business in Durham operated outside of the typical official legal proceedings.
Yeah. So I
as-
guess
So you're not really aware of where you're aware of where the civic district is, but you don't know which building is like which.
So I guess thematically, if we're going straight there, or even if we're just deliberating to it, if people want to chat before then, maybe if someone else, maybe like, yeah, sure, I know where that is. I don't know. Caius, do you know where that is?
Caius, you're part of a noble family. Like you know where Zolna's offices are.
Yes, no, my my parents used to go there all the time, and they used to bring me along, and they'd have meetings that were terribly boring and long. So I know exactly where it is.
That sounds fair. That's also you got a little bit. He's
Oh.
like, this is to his like mustache.
So
Mustache.
are you
Try and
going
wipe my
to
face off.
attempt, Neumann, to get a conga line to go to the civic district?
You don't even have to ask. Yes.
Okay, so roll me a persuasion check.
All right. First,
Can he do it with advantage because Ross is is also encouraging everyone to conga?
Yes. Yes.
All right. He will
If
also.
you would like to inspire him, you can as well.
Let's do it. Let's do it. He's also going to be casting enhance ability on himself. He'll be using guidance. Oh, hang on, no, they cancel each other. Enhance ability. No, he doesn't need to use enhance ability. He'll be using guidance and what's the other one he always uses? Flash of Genius. Also, he does not have many charges left of Flash of Genius. So,
I'm so
okay.
scared of this roll.
So persuasion. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It is only a +1. So.
But you're rolling with advantage and inspiration,
Yes.
and you're +7.
Yes. So, so for the persuasion check itself, that is a 15. +7 is 22 because of Flash of Genius. Then an extra D4, I believe, because of guidance. So that is 25, and then a D12.
+2.
Yes. D12 plus 2.
$35. And is there anything else?
I don't think so.
You did have advantage. Do you want to see if you're all higher?
Oh,
than
yeah,
me?
yes. Very, very true. No.
Yeah,
So yeah, 35, Darby.
35, you convinced like everyone to conquer their way to the civic
Okay.
district.
Hang on. Are we talking everyone? Are we talking about like the barkeep?
I think
all the cooks. We gave him enough
the
money to
staff-
close up trade for the day. Like,
Yeah,
like
I think the staff are still sticking around out of a sense of professionalism, but all the patrons are following.
the conga line goes up past the bar, and Neumann puts his hands on the counter very quickly. By the way, he's like sliding along the counter, trying to talk to them. Are you guys sure you don't want to come join? I can give you more platinum. And as he slowly slides away, being pushed by the conga line.
All right, and
That is a no, then I'm guessing.
no.
Okay.
But on the image of the party leading a conga line to Lord Zolna Horva's offices, we're gonna leave it here for this week.
This is terrible. I can truly
I adore this.
say
It's excellent.
sorry for listening.
Sorry for listening.
Sorry
See
for
you next
listening.
week.
See
Thank you for
you.
listening.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
Incredible. Incredible.
All right.
Kaya's telling a joke to his sword.